Peter, as I understand it, journalists in Nigeria are facing numerous challenges right now, from government censorship of the media to security issues and a lack of laws protecting journalists. If we could zoom in on the security side of things, what sort of an impact is that having on the profession right now?
So when you go to report news, you are trying to report news for the society, for the people, but at the same time, you are trying, on the other hand, to protect your life because there are many risks attached to going to the field. So many journalists are afraid, they fear for their lives, and because we have had so many journalists who have been killed in the last 4 or 5 years, so journalists are afraid to go into the practice. So the field, the career of journalism is suffering a lot of withdrawal by people, potential journalists, because they are afraid of their lives.
And for those who are still choosing to go into the profession, who are studying at universities like yours, for instance, what sort of challenges are they facing as they graduate?
Many graduates who come out of the university are not able to find jobs, and that also affects journalists too. I've looked at around and seen how many of our past students have been employed. Good graduates, well-trained graduates, but then the jobs are simply not there for them. So they face that challenge. The second challenge is the African culture is very male-dominated. And so even when you are very qualified as a female, you face the challenge of competing with your male counterparts. And unfortunately, the cultural setting does not allow females to be able to compete equally with their male counterpart. And therefore, many good female journalists are not able to secure jobs. And some of them who would attempt to secure jobs, they are sexually harassed. We have had reports of many journalists who go to the newsroom and they want to get a job, and then their bosses tell them, oh, I'm going to give you a job if you agree to have sexual relationship with me. And that sexual harassment also plays in their promotion. If you want to get promoted here in this media organization, you need to be friend to the boss, and so that you can get promoted. So I think female journalists face a lot of challenges.
Thank you for giving us that insight into what journalism graduates, and particularly female graduates, are going through. What do you think needs to be done to better protect people in the profession?
Well, I think most of the solutions will lie in two directions. The first is the Nigerian Union of Journalists, what we call the NUJ, which is the umbrella body of all journalists in Nigeria. I think they have to be more proactive to fight for the cause and the welfare of journalists in Nigeria. They need to take the government at their words. They need to hold the government accountable and ask them to protect the fourth estate of the realm. Journalists need their voices to be heard in the society. Then I think the second one is for the government to know that journalists are not their enemies. Journalists are indeed their friends, because whatever they report is for the good of the society. And they should promulgate enabling laws that protect journalists, because when journalists function effectively and efficiently, then it's better for the society.
Peter Egielewa, thank you so much.